Good evening. Emery King is in for Devin tonight. New at 11, a metro area man finds out he's not the father of his kids. Tonight's big story is a Father's Day surprise. For 12 years, his kids called him Dad, but now he's learned the shocking truth. In a story you'll see only on 4, the Night Beat's Roger Weber shows you the man has another question. Should a man who's not the biological father have to pay child support? For the sake of the children, we will not show you any of their recent pictures.
I think it's wrong because if this can happen to me, it can happen to you, it can happen to any man, any father.
Murray Davis says in a lawsuit that the collapse of his marriage revealed a gut-wrenching truth. He is not the biological father of 2 of his 3 children.
I think he could be devastated. I think both children could be very devastated to know that Dad's not really their father.
Davis testified that he thought for 12 years the boy and girl were his own flesh and blood. But when he filed for divorce, his mother and sister shared a horrifying thought.
Well, they said, Murray, we think that you might want to take a look at paternity testing because we suspect that perhaps 2 of your children may not be your biological offspring.
And you never suspected that?
Absolutely never.
He got very suspicious when he found an old picture of the alleged father, a man he grew up with.
As I went through the yearbook, I happened to come across this picture at the age 16, 17, I believe, and the resemblance that he had with my, at then 11-year-old son was incredible.
But Davis wanted to be sure. He secretly arranged for a blood test for the kids, never telling them the real reason.
The blood test showed that there was 100% certainty that I'm not the biological father of the 2 younger children.
What was your reaction when you got the news that you are not the father?
Absolutely devastated. I cried for days, literally.
His ex-wife, Marcia, declined to be interviewed, but her testimony in the divorce trial was recorded by court-operated cameras. She paints Davis as a workaholic who ignored his children and may have suspected all along they were not his.
Did you ever tell Murray Davis they were not his kids?
No, Murray and I never discussed it.
But apparently the children had no idea that Davis might not be their father until their mother told them last December.
I had to sit down and explain to them everything. I said, no more lies. This is it. The kids now understand everything, and they're very hurt, of course.
Davis says it's no contradiction that, on the one hand, he still wants visitation.
They mean everything to me. They're our kids.
Does this change that relationship?
No, no way.
But on the other hand, he's fighting a court order that he pay child support.
But I just cannot accept that we've gotten our society to a place where you can be ordered to do things that are against the law.
Judge Barry Howard will make his final ruling on the case this week. Davis says he wants to support the kids, but it should be his choice. He may also sue the biological father.
What has this been like for you?
It's been tough, extremely tough, because the pain is constant. You always are thinking about the times you had with a family and waking up in the mornings and playing with them, going on vacations. You think about all those things. And then you know that that's not going to be exactly like that ever again. I think what's so unfair is not knowing the truth. The fact that I was never told.
Now, Davis says he knew the alleged father had an affair with his wife early in the marriage, but he thought the affair was over by the time the 2 children were conceived. And he's angry about one more thing. Around the time of the last pregnancy, Davis had a vasectomy. He says he would never have done that had he known the truth, Carmen.
Well, this has got to be a tough call for the judge. What does he have to consider in this case?
Well, first off, he has to decide whether Murray Davis is what the courts call an equitable parent. That means if he raised the kids as his own, he may still have a legal obligation to support them. Davis, though, says that wouldn't be fair because he was kept in the dark for so many years, and he thinks the real father should foot the bill.
All right, Roger. The Night Beat has also uncovered another important piece of information about this case. The Davises were married in 1976 and were told they have an older daughter who is their biological child.